Good evening to all our loyal fans out there. We are live from Mulhenberg High School for the game of the year here in Berks County. Mulhenberg against Reading, a game that went to the wire in this very building, a sold-out crowd. It's been sold out for about a week and a half, and we're so thrilled to be here. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, and Dan Green. As you can see at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the scoreboard you see reflects the junior varsity games, 7:17 p.m. here in the East. Of course, that's not going to happen. But we will have pregame coverage at the conclusion of this JV contest, and we're so excited to bring it to you. It is a combined LL Hoops Bob Long Sports production here in the District 3 landscape. This one should be fun. Stay with us throughout the evening and tell your friends that this is the spot to watch the game of the year here in District 3. Good evening, everybody. It is senior night here at Mulhenberg High School. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, and Dan Green alongside. And at the conclusion of these ceremonies, we'll have a fantastic basketball game coming your way. Reading against Mulhenberg, two best friends as head coaches, Matt Flowers and Rick Perez. But for now, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer who will lead us in the celebration of the seniors.
Over countless hours over the past several seasons. At this time, we will recognize our winter cheer members. First we have Jada Serta. Jada has been cheering for 5 years and after graduation plans to attend college for pre-med with the goal of becoming an OBGYN. She is being escorted by her parents. Next, we have Jorliam Ortiz. Jorliam has been cheering for 3 years and plans on going into communications to work in social media management. Tonight, she is escorted by her mother.
Welcome back to our It is senior night here.
And our final senior cheer member is Amber Rivera. Amber has been cheering for 5 years and plans on attending college for fine arts. She is escorted by her mom and her grandmother. Next, we would like to recognize the team managers. Ayana Alvarez. Ayana is being escorted by her parents, Stephanie Morales and Emilio Alvarez. She has been attending Mulhenberg for 3 years and plans on going to a 4-year program to become a dental hygienist. Amilca Vargas. Amilca is being escorted by her parents, Albin Vargas and Karini Gill. She has been a Mulhenberg cheerleader for 5 years and first time becoming a manager for the boys basketball team this year. After high school, she wants to become a professional esthetician. Kelsey Chestnut. Kelsey is being escorted by her dad, James Mitchell. She has been going to Mulhenberg basically her whole life. This is her first time being a basketball manager for the boys basketball team. After high school, she wants to attend Clark Atlanta University for her business degree. And now our senior players. Just looking for their jersey numbers. Number 1, Xavier Rodriguez.
Xavier
Robertson. Xavier is walking with his mom and dad and has 5 siblings. He has been playing basketball since he was 3. He plans on attending college to major in business. Number 2, J. Daniel Dan Mosquera. Dan is walking with his mother, Janet Mosquera, and father, Daniel Mosquera. His favorite memory from basketball is winning district's freshman year and being able to play his senior year with the guys he grew up with. Number 3, Jermaine Tolles. Jermaine is walking with his mom and dad. His best memory is being able to be on the court with his teammates. He will be attending a 4-year college. Number 5, Colin McGovern. Colin is walking with his mom and dad. He plans on attending Temple University to study business. Number 14, Louis Valentin. Louis is walking with his mother, father, and sisters. He is going to be attending trade school to be an electrician. Number 24, Josh Alcantara. Josh is walking with his mother, dad, and brother. His best memory is getting to play with his brothers. He will be attending a 4-year college. Number 34, Eric Branch. Eric is walking with his mom, dad, and brother. He will always remember getting to play with his brothers. Eric will be attending IUP. And number 40, Makai Adonis. Makai is walking with Guerlaine Adonis and Martino Adonis. He will always remember his freshman year winning districts. That's everybody, right? Tonight, we would also like to acknowledge the senior members from Reading High School. Reading High seniors are in the locker room, but we would like to thank them for joining us this evening and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in one final show of appreciation for the senior members of our boys basketball team and winter cheer squad. We also wish the boys team best of luck as they head to playoffs, and best of luck to our girls who depart this week for the national competition in Florida. Best of luck in all your future endeavors, and please be sure to stop in and see us as often as you can. Thank you, everyone.
So there you have it. Senior night presentations here at Mulhenberg High School. And now first time for us to introduce the rest of our team, Bruce Badgley and Dan Green. Guys, we'll make this brief, and then we're going to, head down to the floor and talk to the coaches. We still have a little bit till we get the game started. But, Bruce, first and foremost, your thoughts on this game, what it means in this Berks County community.
Well, this is everything. This has turned into really the basketball rivalry between, the two best teams here in the Berks League, Section 1. Muhlenberg, really, over the last few years, we've seen their rise. They won a 5A championship just a few short years ago. Reading, obviously, state championship, perennial powerhouse. I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any better than this, and I think what has created the rivalry to really elevate it to a whole nother level was when Matt Flowers, the right-hand man for Rick Perez for so many years, took over this program with Rick's blessing. He has his own style, and I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to the chess match between those two friends, but also the athleticism of these two teams out there tonight. Dan?
Yeah, kind of going along the same lines. I was here last year for the game where it went down to the wire, and although I think that the first matchup between these two teams earlier in the year got a little out of hand for Reading getting the victory there by, I think, 15. I think this atmosphere, especially for Muhlenberg, is going to help them stay in the game. Senior night, I think that's going to help keep this game close, and hopefully we see another great matchup.
That's all I can ask for, right? Another classic here in District 3. Muhlenberg, an atmosphere as good as any there is to offer here in District 3, and a matchup that has been sold out for the better part of a week. Let's have some fun. Stay with us, though. We're still 15-plus minutes from tip, so we hope to be able to talk on air with Rick Perez and or Matt Flowers to take their temperature on their team and their mindset heading into this game. Stay with us.
Okay, Bruce Badgley, Dan Green, back here at Muhlenberg High School. Pregame here, Muhlenberg and Reading High. Dan, I'll tell you what, I mean, almost a playoff atmosphere here tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Even in the parking lot right before, there's fans seeping out into the front sort of the high school, and that's the type of atmosphere that we enjoy watching, and I hope everyone gets to enjoy, on the broadcast as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bob Long down there getting ready to hopefully get a couple of minutes with each one of the coaches here. Always a very interesting situation. They're doing the actual coin toss down there. Bob kind of got caught up in that. We're supposed to get a little interview with the guys, but I'm sure Bob will have an opportunity. He might even talk to both coaches at the same time. I tell you what, Matt Flowers, a longtime assistant of Rick Perez. They were almost inseparable for so many years. When I was covering basketball here, I mean, they were together for state championships. And now, Matt's kind of, on his own. I tell you what, I see Matt every once in a while. Thankfully, we're see each other there at PA Fitness here in town. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun talking basketball. Such a down-to-earth guy, but the same thing with Rick Perez. Got to know Rick over the last few years. He's been on podcasts. Really was following him and this team all the way to the state championship, just a couple short years ago. And they've really put together a great opportunity to go deep in the PIAA tournament again. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their only loss all year was against an out-of-state Gonzaga team, I believe. And other than that, their record is unblemished. They've pretty much cruised through most of their games this year, and looking forward to see what they bring to the table. See if Muhlenberg can come up with a good matchup today with them.
All right, here's Bob with Matt Flowers.
Down here on the floor with Matt Flowers, head coach of Muhlenberg. Matt, we know what happened in this building last year. It was a program-defining moment in your young tenure with the program here. Now you're back, same situation, senior night again. What's it mean to be here?
Listen, I will always schedule the best on senior night. We celebrate our seniors, but we got to come out and play our best game tonight. It's the last regular season before taking the next step into the playoffs. We're ready to play basketball today.
What's the key to beating Reading?
You got to stop their transition points. The last time we played, they had 27 transition points. Kid came off the bench, had 15, 13 on us. We got to cut all that out. Get back on defense, play a half-court game, turn this into a half-court defense, half-court offense game, and roll our dice out and see what happens.
Thanks for doing this. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Matt Flowers. Back to you guys. We'll have Rick Perez in just a few minutes.
Yeah, Dan, I'll tell you what, it's great having an opportunity to talk to these coaches. The blood's flowing out there. I mean, they're ready to go, and it looks like Bob's got Rick down there on the court. I'll tell you what, just a great job by Bob Long. In amongst all the chaos of pregame, to have opportunity to talk to Rick Perez.
That's right. It's very underrated to get these final thoughts from the coach, going right into the game. There's
Rick Perez with us. We do not take it lightly that you take this time with us, so thank you. Last year, heck of a game. You guys came up one possession short. Now you find yourself in that same building. What do you tell your guys coming into this one?
Well, it's a new year. It's a new opportunity. Of course, you learn off your life lessons. You don't make the same mistakes you did before, but we're not gonna fall into the trap of thinking about last year. It's a new season, so we're a new team, new identity, and we're gonna embrace every bit of this moment.
One key to beating Muhlenberg tonight.
Neutralizing their emotion.
Good luck. Thanks for doing this. Great seeing you. Back to you guys.
Okay, Bob Long, I tell you what, rocking and rolling on the court before starting lineups with both head coaches. Just incredible job by Bob, and both of these teams, I tell you what, such affection for one another here, and we're getting ready for the national anthem.
Basketball basketball tonight between the visiting Red Knights from Reading High and our home Muhlenberg Mules. BCIAA and District 3 and PIAA rules and code of conduct are in effect for tonight's contest. Please display good sportsmanship at all times. Anyone in violation of conduct rules may be asked to leave the building and be subject to school and/or police disciplinary referral. Educational athletics, including games like tonight's, teach lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competitions to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching tonight, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is not the game itself, but the people involved. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, please welcome the visiting Red Knights. Starters for the Red Knights are number 0, senior Amir Berdeen. Number 2, senior Ruben Rodriguez Jr. Number 3, senior Miles Gray. Number 12, senior Aris Rodriguez. And number 34, junior Malik Osumanu. The Red Knights are coached by Rick Perez and assisted by Brian Benker. And now the starters for your home team, the Muhlenberg Mules. Number 1, senior Xavier Robertson. Number 2, senior J. Daniel Dandan Mascara. Number 3, senior Jermaine Tolles. Number 5, senior Colin McGovern. Number 14, senior Louis Valentin. Number 24, senior Josh Alcantara. Number 34, senior Eric Branch. And number 40, senior Makai Adonis. The Mules are coached by Matt Flowers and assisted by Jeremiah Giddens, Manuel Sostre, and Frank Molina.
Okay, here we go. We're finally ready, guys. A long JV game at a senior night. very good appetizer for this feast of basketball we're going to see here in Berks County.
Thrilled to be here, Bruce. He's Bruce Badgley. I'm Bob Long. Dan Green is with us as well. Dan, Berks Catholic basketball, you and I hail from Philadelphia and do games out that way, but what stands out to you about Berks County basketball and the pride that comes with it?
Yeah, well, specifically for this game, I just think all the basketball connections, that's one thing that I really enjoy about basketball, is that there's so many different connections, so many relationships. Specifically here, we have the two head coaches that have a great history together, and you can really feel that connectivity in this gym tonight.
All right, all set to jump it up. Aris Rodriguez. Eric Branch looks like jumping. And that's not an earthquake. That's those are the fans. I had to stand up in the stands here today. Excuse me, that was Josh Alcantara jumping a bit quickly. Running to control, and Mira Berdine over to Ruben Rodriguez. No good, quickly. But Alcantara over to Mascara now. Quickly in the corner, that's Alcantara. Excuse me, that's Daquan Burgess.
Well, the bank is open here tonight for Muhlenberg. Heck of a start for the Mules.
Aris Rodriguez. Back out there to Ruben. Just going to call him Ruben tonight. Oh, he loses the handle.
Yeah, Aris and Ruben Rodriguez, not related as it turns out, even spelled slightly differently, but 2 stars for Rick Perez.
And a deep one there. That was Osamanu off the mark, and here's Mascara.
Yeah, I think one of the keys jumping off here tonight is to, Rick Perez actually touched on it earlier, is to really neutralize emotions. This is, the first few possessions are always tough, especially in a basketball game of this magnitude. Hopefully these offenses can kind of work the ball around, get a couple passes, get the jitters out a little bit.
And Mascara now looking for somebody. Boy, that defense has been really tough, and an air ball by Alcantara is going to give the ball back to Reading High.
Well, and what a defensive possession there for Reading as well. They didn't get the ball inside the three-point line, but for maybe one dribble, and then was double-teamed at that point. That's a settle early for the Mules.
And I felt that a key to the game was Muhlenberg's ability to play in the half court tonight. It's just going to be paramount. So Ruben Rodriguez now. Hard to recognize him in that do tonight. Usually he's got the floppy hair. Aris Rodriguez buries it. So we're tied at 3. 2 minutes in.
Aris Rodriguez, that is where he is so good. If he can stretch the floor and hit the 3, all of a sudden that makes his game within the post so dangerous.
Well, you think Reading and Ruben Rodriguez, but Aris Rodriguez leads the team in 3-pointers.
Absolutely right. He can stretch the floor well, but he does it great on the rebounding side, defensive side, and he can score in the paint as well.
Lewis Valentin now reverses, and that's deep there by Robertson, no good. And quickly in transition, that's Aris Rodriguez again, no good, and Muhlenberg with the board. Here's Mascara, doesn't have the numbers, and Miles Gray to Aris Rodriguez, the Euro steps, puts it in. Boy, just something that Muhlenberg has somehow got to tame their emotions here.
Well, yeah, for sure. And 2 possessions in a row where guys were out of control. That time, Aris Rodriguez completely in control in transition. Creates the easy bucket.
And no good there. I think, oh my, I thought that went off Reading. Let's take a look. Wasn't really sure whether ball goes up. And I think that ball was off Osamanu. But anyway, back to live action.
And Ruben Rodriguez took it to the hoop, Bruce, took some contact, threw it off the glass, and you can count it.
I'll tell you what, just so deadly when he's got the ball in his hand. I mean, if you come out and play him on the perimeter tight, he's just going to beat you right to the basket. So you got to pick your poison. And Rodriguez gives Reading a quick 8-3 advantage, and they're putting together that full court, but quickly it's broken by Mulhenberg. Oh, great effort there by Lewis Valentin, but I think Matt Flowers called the timeout. He really wanted a foul.
Yeah, well, he did get the timeout. As soon as possession was corralled, he knows that this is an important couple of possessions here, Dan. 4:43 to go, first quarter, and you got a game that you don't want to get away from you early.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, besides the fact that he was on the ground there and it didn't look very good. I think it's a good timeout to kind of the first possessions are over. Now we're trying to start to.
We lost the video.
Oh, stay with us here, folks.
There we go.
Coming back. Sorry about that.
There we go. All right, and we're back. Live TV or streaming sometimes.
Live TV and old cables. That's all right. We're in a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mulhenberg now. Mascara, boy, I tell you what, and that's another key for Mulhenberg, trying to drop some perimeter shots.
And getting second opportunities, right, Bruce? I mean, that's what they got there. There were a couple nice offensive rebound opportunities in the first 3 or 4 possessions. They just couldn't come up with it. That time they did. They beat Reading to the 50-50 spot on that offensive glass.
And into the game there, Makey Adonis.
Yeah, Mackay.
Or excuse me,
That's
Mackay
right.
Adonis.
One of the seniors being honored here today. Bruce, we were talking off air. Mackay Adonis, a key for you, averaging just about 3 points a contest, but big body inside. That's going to be big to line up with Reading and try to corral those boards.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Rick Perez matches up with Adonis on the inside. And he's got the ball now. Rodriguez on him, and just past the outstretched arms there of Josh Alcantara. So Reading now to take over. Miles Gray bringing it up. Rodriguez quickly around the horn. Gray no good, and Adonis quickly, his presence felt on the offensive glass.
And you see Mulhenberg right off the bat really clogging the lane, trying to make sure that no one can penetrate. So
that was a great block there by Amir Berdine. Let's take a look at that again. Mascara driving to the basket. Berdine just almost begging him to go for it.
Another giveaway there, Bruce. Miscommunication. And Mulhenberg, it's not the way to beat Reading, giving away possessions like that.
Yeah, especially early on. I think Mulhenberg's got to try and develop some type of offensive identity here quickly.
Reading will force more than their fair share of turnovers. Those two relatively unforced.
And Rodriguez, no good. Nice board there. Quickly, Mulhenberg on the run. Adonis. Oh, they called the charge. Let's take a look at that one again. Well, I think it was a good call.
Another thing you're going to look at, though, look at the top right-hand side of your screen. That official is going to call block. Right off the left-hand side of the screen, that's where the charge call comes.
Wow.
Still with the call being what it was, still a tough spot to put your big man in, give him the ball right at the three-point line on a fast break.
You see it all over the internet, block charge. That was a good example.
Well, and I think it was the right call. You never want to get two different calls, but I think they got the right one.
And that was Kyle Archie with the block of Miles Gray, and I have no idea what's going on out there now, other than Robertson got hammered inside. And Amir Berdine is just covering him like a blanket.
District 3 basketball, Bruce. Physical.
Mascara trying to find something here. Lewis Valentin.
Reading content to give him that shot. He doesn't want to take it.
Mulhenberg not afraid to use their bench. Valentin in trouble. Wow. And that's number 34 there, Eric Branch, no good.
Reading will take that defensive possession every single time.
Absolutely right. Gray, oh, man, just no luck at all. Branch now bringing it up.
3 consecutive possessions for Reading with really good three-point looks. The 2 prior to that one off a back ball screen, catch and shoot. Those will fall soon enough.
Just look how extended the Reading defense is out there. That's what's really throwing the Muhlenberg offense out of kilter. Oh, and a nice steal there by Rodriguez. Aris picks it up. Ruben now down the lane, the Euro, and they call a foul. Hard to hear it with all these fans here. But quickly.
And that's in the act. You'll see contact there, and he gets the ball up quickly.
So Ruben Rodriguez at the line for 2. And he got the first. Down to a minute 42 here in a fast-moving first quarter.
In these first few possessions, you notice Muhlenberg is they're settling for three-point shots, and they're not really getting offensive rebounds too much, and that's leading to a lot of fast break opportunities for Reading, which I think might start translating on the scoreboard even more if it keeps happening.
Well, Muhlenberg's just got to be able to hit that perimeter jumper. And no good there by Robertson. And the ball goes back over to Reading. And tell you what, just little patience on offense, a little bit better shot selection.
Dan, I think a very important 90 seconds here for Muhlenberg. This could go one way or the other here with a couple possessions.
Aris Rodriguez.
Yeah, absolutely. The last few possessions for Reading have come up kind of empty, even if they're getting good shots. And there's a turnover right there. That's very big.
Muhlenberg's been good on defense. Oh, no way, says Ruben Rodriguez. Let's take a look at that one again. You can see off the break, quickly up court, Ruben Rodriguez just boom, right out of bounds. Wow. So back to live action here. Muhlenberg.
No easy baskets at the rim for Muhlenberg. No easy baskets, period. The only bucket was a banked 3 on the first possession of the game. They've had their share of looks from inside the painted area, but Reading's got their hands on a few of them to swat it away.
It's Kyle Archie to inbounds. Tolles, that's Mascara. Boy, he's got to hit that shot.
That's a deep one, though, Bruce. That's 3 steps beyond the high school line.
And there it is. Robertson drops down to 3. Just what the doctor ordered, but Rodriguez, a little out of control. Muhlenberg with the turnover. Robertson, Mascara, does he get it? No. Tolles fighting for the rebound, and it looks like it's going over to Reading.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see a breakdown of how many three-point shots to two-point shots so far they've taken. It's pretty incredible. They may start falling, they may not, but that seems to be their strategy tonight.
Well, the Mules have made 176 threes versus Reading's 123 threes this year. So I think that tells the story right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Reading looking like they're going to take the air out of the ball for the last shot. That's Nick Chapman. Muhlenberg. Oh, and they force a turnover. That's 3 straight turnovers Muhlenberg has forced. They've got to take it. They've got to turn those turnovers into points if they want to stay in this game. Robertson. Oh, my. And they're calling a block on that one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's take a look at this one again.
Rodriguez was not close to being set there. Ooh. He's moving with them and takes it off the left shoulder.
Boom, boom, crunch, crunch.
But that's okay. That's just a, hey, I'm here foul, right? Neighboring districts, these guys know each other well.
Oh, Miles Gray. And he missed it. Robertson now, he's got a chance to put, and it's blocked. Kyle Archie got it! Oh, man. That was what a wild ending to the quarter
Wow, what
here.
a shot. And the bench comes right onto the floor.
Man,
that's interesting.
Incredible.
That was a foul call as well, Bruce. The Reading cheerleaders don't realize it. There was a foul called on that play. Interesting there because they got these guys in the huddle. By rule, that clock cannot be at 000. So they're going to have to take these guys off the bench. They're going to have to put them in the lane. And there's going to be one more play here in this quarter, right? Because if the foul happened at 000, then the shot wouldn't have counted. So they're going to put some time back on the clock, or at least they should.
I tell you what, that was a wild last 2 minutes. Reading kept turning the ball over, and Muhlenberg kept trying to make it.
I'll get off my soapbox because they're not going to put time on the clock. But, Dan, you're with me, right? You got to put something on the clock there.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure what is going on down there, but I think maybe with how crazy this game has been, they just don't want to really keep the parts moving around where they don't need to be. But, you know, that is technically you are correct.
Well, we want to thank our friends at Clean Done Right, thorough cleaning done the healthy way, 610-205-9284. Really appreciate your support of our broadcast here, Muhlenberg and Reading. Also, PA Fitness, you can enroll today and get a free 2-week pass for your goalmate. Check it out at pafitness.com. So here we go for quarter number 2. I'm telling you, this is going to be kind of crazy. I think we're certainly.
Well, I know last year, Bruce, what we just had on the floor there with the Reading cheerleaders and the opposing sections, and we'll see it soon when the Muhlenberg cheerleaders come on the floor with the Reading fans. That was one of our favorite parts of last year's game. It was all in good fun, but the opposing fans were able to let the opposing cheerleaders hear it a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. And I'll tell you, this is one of the rare occasions, quite honestly, that both the visiting cheerleaders and the visiting cheerleaders are on the court. I mean, usually in Berks basketball, it's usually only the home team cheerleaders. So nice that we've got both cheerleaders here. And off we go with quarter number 2.
Bruce, Dan, I said with 90 seconds left, it was 10-3. How important that time would be.
That's right. And 3 turnovers in a row translated to 6 points, you know, and here we are. If you're Muhlenberg, I'd be pretty satisfied with that first quarter.
Absolutely, considering what Bob just talked about, the fact that they really
made 3
got
shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but on the Reading side, they've got to value the basketball a little bit better in quarter number 2, I think. So Muhlenberg now. Mascara. And look at how high that defense is. Tolles. There's just nothing open inside, but I like the spacing. They're trying to create some room inside.
It is interesting, these wings on Muhlenberg, they're not really back cutting. There's a 3.
And out of bounds to the Red Knights. You're right. I mean, there's they're not really moving the ball very swiftly around the outside there too. So
what I will say, that was good compete on that offensive glass there by Muhlenberg. There were 2 Red Knights in the area. Muhlenberg got 2 guys in it, just couldn't quite grab the ball, but they're competing on that offensive glass.
So here's Rubin. Gets it inside. No good there by Asamanu, but he gets it up again and no good. Boy, a lot going on inside there. And it looks like Muhlenberg's got it. Nobody can really hang on to the basketball there.
Boy, let them play, huh? My goodness.
Well, I don't know how you call a foul on that mosh pit. So Robertson.
No, you don't?
Around the edge. Here's Archie driving to the lane. No, just no good. Berdine, a nice board. Aris. And a nice deflection again by Mulhenberg. Oh! I think Matt Flowers influenced that call because I thought it was off Mulhenberg. But again, a turnover by Reading.
This game is dying for some flow, though, Bruce. I mean, the first team that's going to get their half-court offense in check and perhaps, Dan, back-cut the other team once or twice with that over-aggressive perimeter defense is going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, and I think that might be a half-court or a halftime adjustment by Matt Flowers, opening up those opportunities. But
Tolles got it.
There you go, Dan, right? Defender overcommitted on the play.
It's open for them on every possession so far, and I hope that maybe they can start taking advantage of that more.
Eric Branch commits the backcourt foul there, but boy, they sure had Reading in trouble.
They did.
So it's still 6:03 until halftime. It feels like we played half a quarter already. I mean, it has been action-packed here the first 2 minutes of quarter number 2. Gray just looking for an opening. Somehow got it. Oh, beautiful by Miles Gray. Got the defender in the air. You'll see here, goes to the free throw line. Gets the defender up, he's into him, and drops it. Nice roll there.
A lot of times when you have that defender on your off hip like that, your off dribble hip, the old phrase is, hey, if you're even, you have him beat. And that's what happened with Gray there. Recognized that he had the defender right where he needed him. Rise up, the defender a little over-committed, and a good finish through contact.
So Mulhenberg now. That's number 20, Alex Collado. Nice runner, can't get it. And yeah, he just kind of get him in no man's land, but they called a foul. Looks like he's on the floor there, so battling for the rebound.
You say no man land, but I really like that look there, and I like him trying to use glass. He got into a soft spot of that Reading defense, and that's going to fall 6, 7, 8 out of 10 times. And then staying with the offensive glass, I think that's a tremendous play.
Lewis Valentin back in for the Mules. Oh, and gets the ball stolen underneath. But somehow in the scrum, I'm not sure who's got the ball. Reading comes out with it. Aris Rodriguez, he drives and lays it in. Beautiful move. Mulhenberg now trying to run with Reading. And a foul, Miles Gray.
Aris Rodriguez has been, I'll say by far, the most in-control player on either team in transition tonight, and it's resulted in 2 baskets to his favor. Understanding position on the floor, where the defenders are, and playing off 2 feet, you love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's playing well on the defensive end, too. So Mulhenberg now trying to diagnose what to do with this, but just look at that perimeter defense. Just not letting them breathe out there. Nice knockout there by Amir Burdine, but Mulhenberg to maintain possession underneath the basket.
Dan said it really well, a halftime adjustment or 2. And every time Mule drives into the lane, there's a second Reading defender there. There's an opportunity for a drive and kick.
And Mulhenberg's trying to counteract that by just spreading them way the heck out. Driving to the lane, that's Valentin. Inside, that's Tolles. Beautiful play there. Reading still up 4.
Really good half-court offense.
What I felt was the key to the game. Mulhenberg's ability to play well in the half court today.
Yeah, and there's holes all over, honestly. I mean, as aggressive as Reading is playing man-to-man on defense, I still think there's a lot of opportunity for cutters to find spaces in that defense and get easy looks. I mean, you see in this quarter, I would say they've arguably shot their best opportunities, open shots, open layups.
And second chances.
Second chances, yeah.
So Valentin now And I don't think there's only one starter on the floor for Mulhenberg. They've really gone deep into their bench. And Aris Rodriguez, he got fouled, but there's that patented Reading fast break off the turnover. I mean, they're just like shot out of a cannon.
And right here, the catch with 2 feet, play off those 2 feet, take the contact. Aris Rodriguez has been very impressive.
So Daniel Mascara, Jadaniel Mascara, the only starter in there for Mulhenberg, but that's not uncommon for them. I saw him go 10 deep beating Dallas, an undefeated Dallas team here a week ago. So Aris Rodriguez knocks that one down. And you're right, Rodriguez has been the best player on the floor tonight for the Red Knights.
And for either team. Five-point difference right now, an eternity here to play in this second quarter.
Absolutely.
This is exactly what we wanted here tonight, this type of knockdown, drag-out contest.
Smooth at the line, Aris Rodriguez quickly tolls. He's trapped, but gets out of there. Mascara. Look at him go to the basket. Boy, ripped out of there by Rodriguez. I don't know. But I like the way Mulhenberg's continuing to go relentlessly go to the basket. Really making Reading, honor the fact that they will go to the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that they didn't really do in the first quarter. And you see, even though it's a 6-point game, they're getting opportunities this quarter to find spots in the defense and more opportunities to score. And sometimes it's about making the official make a call.
Yeah. Well, you have to make the defense make a decision. If they've got to switch, they got to get these guys switching around to create some space.
Reading has been excellent at the line. I'm not sure they've missed a free throw. I think 5 for 5 unofficially. Mulhenberg matches, hitting both at the stripe.
So Ruben Rodriguez. Looking for some opening, and inside and a foul. Wow.
Here we go. Here's our flow, right? Ruben Rodriguez off the ball screen up top, has the one defender on him. Mulhenberg commits the second. So feed that to the strong side block where that defender vacated. Excellent offense.
Well, the one constant, Mulhenberg, every time that Reading has taken the ball into the lane, all the defenders have gone to the guy with the ball, and they've left men open underneath the basket. So 19-15 now. Up and no good.
Well, there's the announcer's jinx. 0 for 2 that time after starting 5 for 5. The Red Knights.
A little out of control there was Jermaine.
Yeah, a lot of contact too, Bruce,
yeah.
Candidly. Oh, beg your pardon. Beg your pardon, folks. Now we're back on it.
That's Alcantara. No good. Look at Adonis fight for that.
Man, he had his hands all over him on that offensive rebound. I'm surprised they didn't call that one.
I tell you, got a couple big bodies in there now for both teams, and they call looks like we got a foul. I'm not entirely sure who was that. Looks like Amir Berdine. Tell you what, Mulhenberg really fighting hard for every offensive opportunity.
And now, again, both teams in the bonus, still the single bonus. Opportunity at the line for Alcantara. Real quick, back to Adonis's offensive rebound. Big rebound amidst 3 Reading Red Knights. So what does he do? Does he go back up with it? No, reset into the half court and give your guys an opportunity to get back into your offensive set.
That is exactly what's got to happen. They've got to play patient on offense. They have to take higher percentage shots. But they're doing pretty gosh darn good already. Not down only 3, and that one doesn't go through. Aris Rodriguez. Ooh, almost stolen there by Valentin. Down in the corner. Rodriguez to Berdine.
Let's see who creates on offense for the Red Knights on this possession with Ruben Rodriguez out of the game.
There's Berdine. He'll take that all day long. You can't give Amir Berdine that shot because he'll bury it just like he did there.
The elbow is a high percentage look at the high school level, really at any level, but you feel like you're running good offense when you can get an uncontested look at the elbow.
Mascara. And they are really playing aggressive defense beyond the three-point line, the Red Knights. Mascara deep. Oh, no good. Oh, and almost stolen, but quickly, Miles Gray. Yeah, Yadier Cruz to Gray. I don't think he's scored yet.
That's a great look, though.
So Berdine to Aris off of the, yeah, that wasn't a high percentage look there.
A forced 3 by Mulhenberg on one end by Mascara, and then Aris Rodriguez on the other end.
Again, I would say, Bob, the last 90 seconds here are very important. You don't have Ruben Rodriguez in the game for the Knights, and, you know, who's going to create? Who's going to create the open shots
Valentin with the shot, and a nice return there by Josh Alcantara. You can see he just goes up. Nobody blocked out. Good follow. Josh Alcantara played well this half. Back to live action. Here is Alcantara. Nice. Nice stroke there.
And again, it's different. I know both threes are misses, but that's penetrate to kick. The double team came on the dribble driver. Wide open 3. Also, a second defender's out of position allows Alcantara to get to the offensive glass. With less impediment, it's night and day. And Mulhenberg looking good when they run the offense that way.
Kick. Tell you what, give Mulhenberg credit. They're giving everything all they want in the backcourt on this pressure.
Yeah, it's a combination of that high-level effort that you expect here in District 3 and the chess match that makes us all love basketball.
Nice little high post move. That's Yadier Cruz.
The way this game started, I did not see this happening. I really thought Reading was just going to kind of run away with it, but
you know, look at that with the
really
one
nice
hand.
Move
Oh, Aris Rodriguez. Robertson back in the game now for Mulhenberg. Well, he's got to get on track. I mean, Muhlenberg's done this with their leading scorer mostly on the bench in quarter number 2. Mascara in amongst the trees, no good. And Adonis can't hang on to it, so it'll go out of bounds to Reading.
41 seconds left, Bruce. Are you holding for one if you're Rick Perez?
I would say that's his MO, but
not when you get that look.
Exactly. Not when you leave a guy wide open underneath the basket there. Yadier Cruz. And a great look. Everybody being alert to where everybody was on the court. And Reading now up 25-18. Thanks to Clean Done Right for their support of our broadcasts here tonight. Thorough cleaning done the healthy way. So give my buddy Carol a call. I tell you what, just does a great job. Clean Done Right. And you can see Matt Flowers there. As he said, Dan, I mean, you know, the ends of quarters and halves here are so very important. So Muhlenberg now to inbounds with 33.4 left. Bob, what do you expect out of these guys?
I think you hold for one. I do. I don't think Reading's going to make that particularly easy. Trying to speed up Muhlenberg and get one more look. 7 has to be the max, though, that Matt Flowers and his team are going to be down at half.
Yeah, correct. Exactly.
Anything other than that would be a disaster.
Valentin now. And a foul. Oh,
going the other
my.
way. Moving screen, perhaps, Bruce.
Looks like they called it on Adonis. Oh, my. So 11.7, Reading an opportunity to extend the lead, but Muhlenberg.
Oh, no. Hang on, Bruce. Looks like they're sending Muhlenberg to the line.
Okay, I thought the foul was on Adonis, but. So Robertson.
Double bonus time, Bruce. 10 fouls against Reading.
Boy, big ones here. Xavion Robertson knocks it down.
I think after this foul shot, a little bit of token backcourt pressure. Now, you don't want too many defenders behind the ball, but I think you look, Dan, to have Reading catch this ball going towards their own defensive baseline.
Yeah, at the same time, you know they're going to give the ball to Ruben Rodriguez, and he's going to do his best to, well, maybe not.
Well, Muhlenberg doing everything they can to deny the ball to Rodriguez. But he gets it anyway, and a deep three. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? I mean, just a great job by Ruben getting open, and the contested three to end the half. Wow. Ruben Rodriguez, incredible.
There was a shot from three-quarters court that ticked the rim. I think it was a half tick late. Would not have counted even if it went. Dan, break that last play down. I think that's a big play, big momentum shift there. How did Reading create that look?
Yeah, I think I don't honestly know if that was a draw up or not, but you saw Ruben showed his hands at the ball, didn't get it, but also didn't sulk. Sprinted down the court, came kind of through foul line extended around the other side, and he was able to get the ball for I would say a pretty good shot at the end of the quarter there, and that was, again, I don't know if it was drawn up, but it looked like it was.
Pretty special player to make that when everybody knows, and a pretty special team effort to make sure that you give him the opportunity, because everybody knows that he's getting the ball to end the half. All right, so 28-20, Reading on top at halftime. We're going to go away for a little bit. We will be back as the clean done right scoreboard tells us 28-20 Reading. Stick with us, gang. Thanks a lot. Big second half.
Yeah, how about that?
Okay, welcome back. Mulhenberg High School. Bruce Badgley, Dan Green, Bob Long of Bob Long Sports joining us here on LL Hoops. Special presentation of Mulhenberg and Reading High. I'll tell you what, a great first half. We were talking, at halftime here a little bit about the fact that, in the second quarter, Mulhenberg played better, but Reading extended the lead to 28-20. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, that three at the end of the quarter kind of took the momentum from them. But, again, they are I think they're playing in a basketball game that they believe that they can win. I think they're neutralizing Reading, kind of getting out on the break, although they did miss a couple of wide open little bunnies there. But I think Mulhenberg's key right now going into the second half is their offensive kind of maneuverability. Like, how are they going to get the ball around the perimeter so they can eventually get a good shot? Because, honestly, their defense is looking okay to me.
Bruce, before I get to X and O's, I just want to say, I don't think we say it enough sometimes, it's meaningful. It's meaningful for me and for Dan to be here in Berks County. We broadcast games all season long in the Philadelphia Catholic League and in Philadelphia. And to be here for this type of night, it's not lost on us how special this game is to this community, and we're thrilled to bring it to the audiences across the county and across the state.
Well, we're thrilled to have you guys, and just as much fun for me when I get the opportunity to go down and do PCL games here. So back to live action here. Ruben Rodriguez inside. That's Asamanu. What a beautiful pass.
He drives, certainly with the intent to score. No one would ever say that's not the case, but kept the eyes up. The double team comes, and he makes the right play.
So Robertson now surveying the defense. I'll tell you what, Mulhenberg's had a really difficult time creating any type of spacing. Their Reading defense just so tough. Miles Gray there on Valentin.
It is so tough, Bruce, but if you can play off 2 feet and elongate this possession, a lot of times you can create an opening somewhere, but that's not how you do it.
Ruben Rodriguez stepping in front of Adonis with the steal. Miles Gray. No good. And Mascara now. And just look at the tenacious Reading D way out high.
They force you to be crisp with every pass and every catch. Got to be with 2 hands.
In the corner, nice fake by Valentin. Looking for Adonis on the inside. That was a great play. Oh, but everything but the finish.
Yeah, really nice feed there. And going back to what you said, Bob, as Miles
Gray on the break there. Wow, talk about, 4-point swing there was huge. Missed layup. Reading takes advantage of the other end. Look at that double. Look at that spin move. Oh, my. Valentin keeping going, and he just can't get it to fall.
Take the lid off the basket. 3 great looks in succession in the lane. None of them go.
Gray. Berdine. Nope. Adonis hanging in there. And oh, my. That had to go off Asamanu.
Off the head, I think, Bruce, if you have the replay.
Let's check the replay off there. Go that way unless it hits Asamanu.
Okay, well, Reading 12-point lead, 4-0 run to start, and more coming at the line.
Yeah, beautiful play off of the inbounds.
And Mulhenberg's going to be flat-footed here. Nobody moved defensively.
I was too fast with trying to hit the replay on the replay.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I guess that's a show producer problem. So Ruben Rodriguez here. A little strong with that. So we'll have another. And he misses them both. So Mascara, and it's stolen away by Rodriguez. And what a follow! Andres Rodriguez, what great hustle. Mascara, when the lid is just on the basket for Mulhenberg. Andres Rodriguez, oh, baby. Wow.
2 consecutive possessions where Arish Rodriguez, the 6'5", 6'6" big, is hustling and running the floor better than everyone else. He's rewarded with the 4 points in the 2 possessions and another one coming at the line.
Wow, I'll tell you what, it just poor shooting luck for the Mules at the wrong time, Dan.
Yeah, poor shooting, but also, when you're taking these long shots, that's kind of what Reading wants. It almost helps them get into their transition offense. They have the athletes, guys fill the lane right away, and this is what happens. They can score in bunches.
No. So ready to rock and roll here. 5:03 to go. Here in quarter number 3. Bruce Badgley, Dan Green, Bob Long. Thanks for joining us here at LL Hoops in association with Bob Long Sports. I'll tell you what, if you're interested in some great basketball, Philadelphia Catholic League, Bob Long Sports is the place to be. He's at Bob Long Sports. Just some of the best basketball in the state of Pennsylvania done and broadcasted by the best in the business, in my opinion, Bob Long. So you definitely got to check it out, Philadelphia Catholic League and Bob Long Sports.
Nice of you to say, Bruce. We're thrilled to provide the service we do in the Catholic League. There are going to be 10 teams that go to the playoffs that have a realistic shot to win the Catholic League.
And Adonis with the miss. No backing down from Mulhenberg. They're going right at the basket. Oh, but they throw it away.
Danger zone here, Dan.
Yeah, and I think someone from Mulhenberg has to kind of take the reins of taking control of their offense here. The last few possessions, guys are kind of just trying to take people off the dribble and not finding, the best way to move the ball is through the pass, and crisp passes against Reading are extremely important. That's what they're taking advantage of right now and getting out on the fast break. So let's see if someone can take some leadership here.
Arish Rodriguez.
Man's rebound there by Alcantara.
Absolutely. Robertson now. Let's see if he can take control here. He's trying to find an opening inside, and a 3-ball! Just what the doctor ordered for Mulhenberg, 36-23, but quickly, oh my. I'll tell you what, Reading is so good at that. They just never let their opponent breathe. You can see here on the fast break, Ruben to Berdine and the foul.
Boy, officials have such a tough job, and these guys are doing a great job here. Loved the no call on the would-be charge on the other end. Thought the defender went down a little easy. Certainly no question on this side of the floor, but that's a tough call in this environment to keep the whistle silent. Thought it was an excellent job.
Yeah, I mean, I think last year we had Berks officials doing the 6A title game in Hershey. So.
Rightly so. And you know what? We had a chance to go out after that game and enjoy some time together as a broadcast crew, and we saw that officiating crew. in that same establishment went up to them and told them that we thought they did a great job controlling that game.
Yeah. Great group of guys. We're fortunate to have those guys here in the Reading area. Archie, inside. Robertson, oh my. And that was a nice board there by Cruz. Ruben now. And running the floor, Yadier Cruz.
And a key pump fake as well to let the defender fly by.
Nice move inside, no good. Berdine can't control. Oh, yeah, that's got to be a foul.
And I'll tell you, I know Ruben Rodriguez is always looking for a shot on offense, but today, man, he is unstoppable. He's got his eyes open and up, and he's finding guys all over the floor today.
Yeah. And that's the part of his game that nobody talks about is what a great distributor of the basketball he is for this team. I mean, he's got to be. When everybody collapsing on him, he's got to find the open man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really impressive how he kind of changed his game a little bit up today, it seems.
And that's Mascara with the three.
Okay, so Dan, what's the number have to be? It's 40-26, 3 minutes left, third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see them get down maybe by 8 like they were in the end of the first half there. I think that would be manageable by the way this game is going. You know, that's 2 threes in a bucket. But, you know, we'll see if they can kind of keep it close here.
Archie, no good. For Muhlenberg, yeah, out of bounds. He didn't establish position and was the first man to touch there, Miles Gray. So
consistency as well by the officials on the other end. Mascara went down a little easy on the first dribble in the post by Rodriguez. The whistle stayed silent again.
And a beautiful pass there. Nice bucket by Eric Branch.
Really nice patience there by the inbounder. Just kind of waited for the offense to make its way and found a cutter wide open under the basket.
So Miles Gray. Aris Rodriguez now up top. Ruben Rodriguez. Look, Reading's going to be deliberate with the basketball. And look at that move. Oh, no good by Rodriguez. And Branch, another nice rebound. Oh, boy, that was nearly a carry. He was thinking about it, and he got a foul.
2 hands on him from Aris Rodriguez, the defender. It's a point of emphasis. That's a good hand check call. Neither team in foul trouble, at least on a team basis here in the second half.
Yeah, that was a nice fake, quite a ways from the basket there to get Rodriguez out of position.
Yeah, good strong drive, and good things happen, I think, when Muhlenberg decides to drive the ball to the basket. I think they need to do a little bit more of that.
Inside, there's Branch now. Archie. Oh, gets it stolen. Stolen there by Yadier Cruz. That's Osamanu. And Branch comes up with it to Mascara. Deep, that's Callado, no good. And another nice rebound by Cruz. He's done a good job. Oh, look at Rock. That was Jadaniel Mascara stealing it from Miles Gray. That doesn't happen too often. And Gray, a little out of control, but he gets the foul. Wow.
The Mules are playing really hard. I mean, they're playing really hard. I think Mascara could have come to a jump stop there, maybe waited for help. The steal was incredible. Just, again, if you throw that up and that's not a high percentage look, there's nobody there to rebound the basketball. I think you had a trailer if you came to a 2-footed jump stop. Love the effort defensively, though.
Absolutely. Guys are crawling all over the ground for the ball. Even if it doesn't look like they have an opportunity to get it, I didn't actually see who got on the ground there in that last, up and back there, but it opened up an opportunity for a layup, but just didn't fall for him.
So Miles Gray misses it. Oh, Osamanu tries to keep it going, and Reading still controls. Wow. So Gray resets it. Chapman.
And if I'm Reading, this ball isn't going up before the end of the quarter. They're right where they want them. No shot clock in Pennsylvania PIAA high school basketball.
And I agree. I think they're just going to kind of milk the clock here.
14's a good number if you're Rick Perez. Anything else is gravy.
Osamanu, that's the Gray.
I'll tell you, I would even try to throw a double at them here, see if we can get Muhlenberg can get a turnover.
And as they do.
Yeah. Because they do not have their best ball handler on the court. So
Miles Gray. Boy, Mascara doing everything he can to get that basketball. Gray a little out of control, spinning, no. But somehow underneath and coming away with the basket is Yadiel Cruz to lay it in to end the third quarter. Wow.
So you have a 3 from Ruben Rodriguez in the last 3 seconds of the first half. A scramble where Muhlenberg had every opportunity to grab the basketball. Reading comes up with it instead. And Yadiel Cruz, he's so good on the block. He puts the 2 in there. That's 5 points. How big are those 5 points right now?
There have been instances, there were at least 3 instances I know in the third quarter where Muhlenberg missed the layup and then Reading went down and scored. I mean, those types of 4, 8-point swings, I mean, that's just difficult to overcome. Thanks to Clean Done Right. Thorough cleaning done the healthy way. Talk to my friend Carol over there at 610-205-9284. Thank you, Clean Done Right, for your support of this Muhlenberg Reading High basketball game on LL Hoops. So, ready for a fourth quarter, guys. What do you think, Dan?
I'll tell you, it's a 16-point game, but it definitely doesn't feel out of reach for Muhlenberg. I still think that, 8 minutes is a long time, especially in a game like this today. A lot of possessions, a lot of back and forth, and I think there's opportunities for them. Whether they execute or not, we'll see, but I'm looking forward to it.
And Reading not taking their foot off the gas either, with the backcourt pressure to start the quarter. And look at how high that defense is. They're not backing off an inch. So Mascara now. That's Valentin. Deep there, that was by Callado, no good. And Reading a quick rebound. Gray, just a nice little runner there, no good. Kyle Archie, the board, and here come the Mules. Callado just driving in amongst them all.
Great call.
Really good call there.
And we'll check it out on the replay. He saw that they were a little out of position and just weren't paying attention and took it right to the basket.
It wasn't much, but there's definitely a lateral slide, that lower body movement as that attacker is in the air. Great job by this crew. Really excellent second half.
Looking good. Alex Callado. Ruben Rodriguez back in the game now. And he made them both. So down to 14 points here, and they got the pressure going. Let's see. Rodriguez now. Trying to work it here. Osamanu around the horn. To the basket is Chapman, and no good. And he steals it right back and gets the foul.
So tough. Really good defensive possession there for Muhlenberg, and they come up with a foul call there, but that's how they're going to have to defend for the rest of the game if they're going to come back.
Yeah, they're really going to have to play tough on those offensive board or on the defensive board. No second chance points for Reading. So Makai Adonis back in the game. Going to help on that offensive and defensive glass. And Nick Chapman got that one. So quickly the Mules. They left him open and he buries it. Xavion Robertson, there he goes. Ruben Rodriguez, Aris Rodriguez. Look at that spin right into Adonis. He calls a jump ball. That was a great call, I thought, Bob.
I agree. I think Adonis got the ball first.
So Reading to inbounds.
Yep, really good. Down screen, off ball, weak side block. That's something you practice a whole lot.
I tell you what, great move there. And here's, great pass inside by Adonis over to Eric Branch.
A really nice pass by Louis Valentin there as well. It kind of got the hockey assist, but kind of started the offense. And I noticed that when he starts the offense with his penetration, things happen for Muhlenberg.
And stolen.
Yep. Grab
by
against
Muhlenberg. I wasn't sure who the foul was on.
It goes against Reading.
Exactly.
Goes against Cruz.
They can't really, dribble into trouble like that. They're just, asking for trouble. I mean, there's no reason that they should be, doing that up 14 points here. When it presents itself, take advantage. Otherwise, work it around for high percentage. Valentin trying to get inside there. Nice pass. Quickly, Robertson got, and what a rebound by Kyle Archie. Oh, my God.
Ball.
Just went flying through the air to get that one. Watch this. Goes up there. Oh, my God. I think he was on the other side of the backboard when he got the rebound.
And quickly back to action here as Adonis tried to muscle it up.
Oh, my. And no good. Archie playing tough inside will go to the line for Muhlenberg. So 48-34.
And Archie there is the guy that got them the extra possession on that offensive rebound. So rightfully so, he's going to the line.
Kyle Archie, a junior, 6'4", played well inside tonight. Had a brother who just graduated a couple years ago, was a 4-year or 3-year starter here at Muhlenberg. Ran into his dad before the game. Great to see the Archie family again.
This game's in that position to be in a position right now. Right? And maybe you get this make here, maybe you don't. 13, 12 points down.
Yeah.
If you're Muhlenberg, you can't allow much more from Reading, but the door is open, particularly with the pace that both these teams play at.
Well, Reading hasn't played perfect basketball by any means. They've had a lot of turnovers here tonight, but that was a great pass, and he just got hammered, and that's all they could do.
Had to do it as well, right? Because that's an easy layup there. But really, we have not seen him make a free throw tonight. He missed 2. He's not going to be a high percentage shooter. That's a foul you have to take.
Absolutely. And, Muhlenberg did the same thing that they've done all night long, and that's when the dribbler brings it to the lane, everybody collapses on them, and they leave their men wide open.
There you go. Says, take that, Bob Long. Okay. Good on you.
That's okay.
That's exactly what you want. These student athletes stepping up in a big moment, a big game. 2 for 2, bingo.
So Robertson now, he's going to have to take charge. Down 14, but 5 minutes to go. And, a spin move lost by Valentin. Miles Gray all the way.
Yeah, you had Ruben Rodriguez flanking him, but Rodriguez was there every step of the way. He had a defender on his tail. Nice job by Miles Gray to keep that basketball.
Mascara, the stop and pop. Oh, my, no good. But look who's there. Ruben Rodriguez for the rebound.
Now do you slow things down a bit?
I don't see why not, but another hack inside.
Give me that replay there, because that first power dribble, creating space on that strong side block. Get out of there. That's my space.
And shuffling the feet as well, but that's okay.
I didn't see it, Bruce.
All right. Go ahead.
No, I love that.
I love the big guys inside here tonight banging on one another.
Yeah, you like to when players catch the ball down there, it can be pretty challenging to feel like you have the space, the time. But I really liked how he created space there, and he gets 2 free throws out of it.
No good. So Adonis with the board. Wow, put an elbow in Yadier Cruz's mouth. Oh, look at that acrobatic move by Robertson. We're gonna have to throw the we don't use the replay too much. Oh, it looks like there was a timeout, but watch this. Defender never really got in any kind of guarding position, just kind of hung the ball out there and dropped it in. Beauty.
Let's get a look inside this Matt Flowers-led huddle. Dan, what are you telling your guys at this point? Still better than half of the quarter to go. You see how many possessions we get in a minute of basketball here.
Yeah.
Might set a land speed record in that regard. What's the discussion?
Well, at this point, I think you have to start knocking down some shots. I mean, they're actually getting shots this throughout the game. I think they've gotten progressively more opportunities. But, you just have to keep grinding away. It seems like not a lot of time left, just under 4:30 left in the game. But we still have a shot. That's kind of what I'm telling our guys, and just keep grinding away on offense and defense, and maybe we'll find our way back in this game.
And then, Bruce, put yourself in that Reading huddle, which is now dispersing. What is that message?
I think Rick's going to take the air out of the ball. I mean, he's going to shorten the game. I mean, to limit their possession opportunities. That's typically the MO. He's going to pressure him on defense, but I got to believe that Reading is going to take some air out of the ball. So Ruben Rodriguez now. And you can see the spacing. They're making sure that they get a good opening, but Rodriguez, hey, I guess I was dead wrong, wasn't I? He just brings it up and knocks it down. Ruben Rodriguez.
Yeah, frankly, in a rivalry game like this, I sometimes think the players just make the moves, and I think Reading really wants to blow this team out.
Rodriguez, oh my, that was Euro step +1.
Ruben Rodriguez playing right now, Bruce, candidly, like he wants an LL Hoops Player of the Game t-shirt.
Well, somebody's going to get one at the end of the game here.
Well, the first half felt like it was Adish Rodriguez, and truly was the difference maker in Reading leading the way they were. But Ruben Rodriguez has been that floor general here in the second half. Not necessarily to take the air out of it, because that's not Reading's MO. But he's controlling the basketball and dribbling both to score but also looking to distribute. I think he's been the key for Reading in the second half.
Well, a long time ago in a place far, far away, if you recall the first game that you ever did here in Reading, Ruben Rodriguez was our most valuable player as a freshman for Mulhenberg High School when we did the game at Exeter.
Absolutely right. That's a good memory.
Nice.
And that was Adonis on the inside there. On the floor, I don't think that.
No. That's in the act.
Looked like, all right, yeah, actually it was Archie that got the foul. And the recipient here at the line, all these free throws, very, very important. But, with a 19-point advantage.
Yeah. Reading starting to feel it.
Yeah, that means a lot. I mean, a lot of bragging rights. These are school districts that have joined one another. Obviously, we know the relationship and the friendship between Matt Flowers and Rick Perez.
Yep, Flowers was on Perez's staff for many years at Reading High School, got the opportunity. Is this now year 2 or year 3, Bruce?
This is year 2 for Matt.
For Matt, yeah, and so he's done a great job leading this program.
Oh, again, inside. And I'm not entirely sure if the officials... Okay, it looks like it was a Mulhenberg foul. Oh, my, no. Was it?
No, it was, and this is interesting here. If they called a technical foul after the fact, well, I don't know what the foul situation was before. It shows 3 on the big board there for Muhlenberg's number 40, Micaiah Donis. So if they're on the ball and it was a technical plus the personal foul and he only had 1, then he's got 3. If they're late on that and it's 3 plus the technical plus the personal, that could be it for him. And I think that's what's being adjudicated at the scorer's table now. In fact, let's take a look at that. We're not getting back to action until this is adjudicated.
And it does look like they're telling him that he's, out of the game. You can kind of.
So if he had 3, Bruce, right? Here,
right.
The quick math. If he had 3 at that time, the personal foul and then the technical foul counts as a personal.
Right.
But I think they would have stopped the game for a minute and then had him exit. Well, he is going on the bench. Perhaps that's what they did, and they expedited that process.
Wow. Just leave him on the line. Knock it down. Look at here. Oh, no good. But Reading, another opportunity here. And, I think it's going to be an interesting development as far as who's going to be our LL Hoops Spooky Nook Sports player of the game. Let's not forget Spooky Nook Sports and their support of LL Hoops. And Ruben Rodriguez, no good. And fighting for the rebound again, Muhlenberg. And quickly that's Valentin over to Alcantara for the 3.
Full court pressure from Muhlenberg. Can they create a double team and get a steal?
Mule's not going down without a fight, that's for sure. So Miles Gray here, I would expect a deliberate approach here by Reading. And Rick Perez calls the timeout. Just wants to make sure everybody's up to speed.
Bruce, we'll tease our fans here that you'll want to hang with us because we'll talk with the LL Hoops Spooky Nook Sports player of the game as well as the head coach from the winning team down on the floor post-game. Is there anything else I need to know to make sure I'm thanking the sponsors or anyone else who made that happen, Bruce?
It's not Spooky Nook Sports. Tell you what, they do a great job for us here.
Give a shout to our boy Del Jackson, who I'm sure helped to put together the nice merch that we have to hand out.
Yeah, Mr. LL Hoops, Del Jackson.
Our good buddy.
And as I mentioned, Spooky Nook, the sponsor of LL Hoops Player of the Game. So Miles Gray now. And Ruben Rodriguez, it goes through his hands, and quickly Mascara down to Robertson. Oh, and actually a great defense there by Yadiel Cruz, but Archie with a nice foul, Kyle Archie.
Always interesting to watch the end of these rivalry games, at least for me. You kind of see some extracurriculars going on in the crowd, and you just, as long as it's all in good fun, it's usually pretty entertaining stuff,
Sure
regardless of score.
Yeah, it's an enormous amount of fun. I mean, these two rivals in both basketball and football, there's no love lost between these two schools, and they do their best with us. And a foul.
Yadiel Cruz is a monster on the offensive glass and is an underrated finisher in traffic, Bruce. Having seen him, I think now the third time this year, he's impressed me every single time I've had the opportunity to come out and broadcast their game.
Yeah, I mean, so many unsung heroes on this Reading team. I mean, you know, the one good thing about, you know, kind of putting distance between you and your opponents during the season is that you create depth by giving your bench some very good playing time.
We haven't talked enough about postseason implications because this is really a made-for-TV event in and of itself.
Oh, and he missed it.
Counted and one for Aris Rodriguez.
Boy, I don't know if I've got it. Yeah, I think I've got the whole sequence here on the replay where Rodriguez goes up and just that close. And then the follow by Aris Rodriguez.
But let's talk about that next step, Bruce, because it will be playoff time for both of these teams. These teams had won a combined 17 of their last 18 games this season. These are two teams playing at a high level. Reading at the highest classification, right, versus Muhlenberg, a slightly lower classification. But both of these teams are going to be strong playoff opponents. And by the way, I say 6A with Reading because that's been the case for a while. This year, the Red Knights dropped down to 5A.
Oh, no, that's Muhlenberg.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Yeah, the Mules are number 6
okay,
in District 3 5A.
Well, I guess regardless of who the 5A team is, it's Muhlenberg. Collision course there at some point with Imhotep. If you have the pleasure to go far enough, that would be a great game. And then Reading at the 6A level. Again, there are teams from all over the state of Pennsylvania, but just where I come from, there's going to be a 6A battle in the Catholic League. 3 teams for 2 spots. St. Joe's Prep and Archbishop Wood played a game last night that went to overtime. Yeah. Jaleel Bethea scored 40 points in that win, and that puts Archbishop Wood in the driver's seat for that second spot. Roman is going to take the first. But I'll tell you this, any of those 3 teams, and one of them is going to miss, any of those 3 teams has a chance to make a really deep run.
Well, I like Muhlenberg's chances. They just had an undefeated Dallas team from District 2 come down here last week, and Muhlenberg came from 8 down at halftime back to win by 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, great scheduling by athletic director Tim Moyer and Matt Flowers to get kind of that, you know, PIAA feel going on. And Bob Long will be down on the court here momentarily.
Beg your pardon, doing too many things up here. Now we're back. This is camera and color commentary, folks. I don't know how my buddy Bruce Badgley does it. He's the best.
Well, I do it. I don't know if I'm the best. Winding it down. 23 seconds remaining. And so who is our Spooky Nook basketball player, LL Hoops player of the game, Bob?
Dan, I don't want to be alone in this, but I think Ruben Rodriguez and how he controlled the second half, he was the difference maker.
Yeah, without a doubt. He was a guy that they just couldn't stop, you know, whether it was in transition or in half court. for me, I would have to agree.
All right, as Bob makes his way down to the court. Don't forget the shirt, Bob. Bob makes his way down to the court, and it is a final 66-47. Better write that down quick, Dan. 66-47, because they're going to shut the scoreboard off pretty quick.
Yeah,
and I don't know how we're going to get Bob and all of the paper heads, all the big heads. Yeah,
it does seem like they want to get people out of here, start filtering people out as quickly as possible.
We're going nowhere. We're going to take our time and make sure the fans.
Yeah, and just enjoy the surroundings.
Absolutely. I mean, no reason to rush off. I think, look, sometimes, and you can see the embrace by Rick Perez and Matt Flowers
down
there.
On the floor with Ruben Rodriguez. He is the LL Hoops Spooky Nook Sports Player of the Game. Before we get things started, this is for you, my friend. There it is.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Wear that with pride. Now let's talk about that second half. First half, Mulhenberg hanging with you guys. You hit a big three at the end of the first half to put you guys up by 8. Some momentum goes into the break. What were the first 16 minutes like from your vantage point?
It was really just we knew it was going to be a dogfight, so we just tried our hardest to come out and handle the things that we could. And we knew you see the packed crowd. We knew it was going to be a very energetic and emotional game. But I feel like we did a great job, just staying to what we do. And we had a couple slip-ups, but I feel like during the stretch we did a really good job.
I know you dribble and you penetrate to score, but my goodness, some of those dimes that you were dropping today were fantastic. Put the guys in a great spot. I'm interested in you and what you see, how that floor vision creates not just the scoring opportunities, but those opportunities to dish.
Yeah. Really, it's just me trusting my game. I know I could get downhill on anyone, I think. And, when you just play your game and, stick to what you work out on and, the little things that you do, that stuff just comes. And, I seen a lot of times when I was driving, they kept stepping up and everybody was stepping up. Just had to take that little dump down. And, the more the game went, the more they had to worry about it. And it just opened up everything for everybody else. And, I'm just happy, we got the dub.
This was exciting for me to come out from Philadelphia to see this game because this rivalry, I know it means a lot to you guys, adjoining districts. What does it mean to your team to come out and get this win on the road in front of this hostile environment?
I'm just happy we got the win. I feel like we did a very good job today, and, this is a great way to get into playoffs. And, I'm just happy we did a very good job today, and we controlled the game very well, and we did the little things that Coach P asked. I couldn't be happier with the performance. I'm happy we got the dub.
What's next? We're coming up to playoffs time. It's Reading's time, right? Playoff time is Reading's time as far as I'm concerned. So what are you guys talking about and what's next for you?
It's time to lock in. This is what we've been waiting for. So, we just got to do the little things and do what we got to do.
We'll be watching along the way. Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Ruben Rodriguez, our guest here on the floor. And he's the LL Hoops Spooky Nook Sports Player of the Game. Enjoy this one. I'll see if we can grab Rick, Bruce, Dan. If not, I'll just send it back to you.
All right. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, we're going to kind of hang here for a second, hoping that we can get, a few minutes with Rick Perez. I know he's got his local radio duties that he takes care of as well. But
yeah, I was saying if we could find
Bob
him
is
down
like
there.
5 feet away from Rick, and he can't even find him. So that floor is really kind of a tough place to find anybody unless you've kind of got that look down there. And so
can you point him out to him? Or?
There he is. I think he finally saw it.
There you go.
Yeah, we're up above here. But I'll tell you what, Dan, obviously you and Bob do the Philadelphia Catholic League. How do you connect the dots, Reading High versus some of these Philadelphia Catholic League opponents? I mean, we saw them play against West Catholic and the Moscow, do a terrific job there. How do these guys stack up with these big guys in 6A?
I really think they're right there with them. I think the Philadelphia Catholic League, is one of the best leagues we have around, and I get the privilege of watching them a lot of games. But, Reading, the way they play, the way they're full throttle, full steam ahead, always looking to go on transition and offense especially, they're going to give themselves a chance to win every game. They have a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed, led by Ruben Rodriguez, who we just talked to. With a guy like that, alongside a really good supporting cast, I think they give themselves a shot against just about anybody.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially, I tell you what, seeing Roman the other night against Devon Prep, that's a tall order. I think that, out of the WPAL out in District 7, I'm not entirely sure, how that's going to stack up, but I can tell you unequivocally that, Roman's going to be a pretty tough out for anyone, even though but they lost this week. So,
yeah.
It's so anybody can, can put it together. And looks like Bob's going to have a moment or two here with Rick Perez.
Here we go.
Most certainly.
Down here on the floor again with Rick Perez. Gosh darn these media guys, huh? You're a popular man right now. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Great environment, even better. I know we're in a great place when you're here.
Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say. Same with us. When we're doing a Reading basketball game, it is special. I truly mean that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's always an honor, and y'all do an amazing job.
So this game here, you guys get a big three from Ruben at the end of the first half. Felt like that propelled you guys into the second half. And Ruben specifically, he was completely in command of the offense in the second half. What allows him to go the way he does?
Yeah, it's his maturity. He's been here before, and he's seen those opportunities. We had them on the ropes a couple times, 10-3 going into the first, and we make a couple bonehead plays, let them back into the game. We extend the lead to 6, 7, and then they fight back, and fight. They're at the foul line. They're making, they're hitting big threes. But for Ruben, he just understands situations, and he's not forcing the game. What people don't understand really about Ruben is he shoots at all levels. He shoots jump shots that people would never think about shooting, and he gets to different spots on the floor, and just makes things happen for us, So he's outstanding.
And I know this game is special for you, not just the adjoining school districts, but it's very evident your love for Coach Flowers. If you could speak to that a bit.
And I wouldn't be in this position had it not been for him. We did this together, and it just at some point, we knew, well, he didn't want to go, and I knew that he needed to go because the love that we had and what we did was special, and we wanted to share that with another community. And what better community to do it with than with Mulhenberg, where we grew up, where our families are. So, being here, I'm getting emotional now. I just can't believe that we've been able to share that, with others the way we do.
I said it to Ruben when I was talking to him post-game. I'll say it to you as well. Late February into March, that's Reading time. That's been Reading time for as long as you've been associated with the program. What does that mean, and what's the key message over the next 3-4 weeks for your guys?
Poise, maturity, getting better every day, really locking into what the plan is, knowing your personnel. We're really talking the game a lot, so they like practice a little more when the postseason comes, but they're really locked in. They've worked for these last, God willing, anywhere between 3 or 10 more games, and, we'll see what happens. But I love this time. The Reading fans, we're beautifully crazy. They hit the highway. They wait outside. They
sell out barns, man. They sell out barns.
They do, so I'm just very excited. So, what I do miss is the ticket lines, though, because the PIAA went online with everything, so it was pretty cool having the ticket lines outside the Geigle, but it's just, I'm ready.
Thank you for having us up from Philly. It's truly an honor to be here. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Bob. Have a great one, and Bruce, great job.
Thanks for doing this. Good seeing you. Back to you guys. What a game, and thanks to Ruben and to Rick for spending some time with us post-game.
Yeah, I tell you what, pretty special guy there, Rick Perez. And thanks to Spooky Nook for their support of LL Hoops. And I tell you, the player of the game, and in that particular time, getting an opportunity to talk to Coach Rick Perez. You can see the love that he has, not only, for the Muhlenberg fans, but his own fans. And the emotion that he has for his team, that's why things are the way that they are at Reading High, in large part to that man, Rick Perez. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see still down there, dapping people up from both sides, from Muhlenberg and his own fans. And it's really cool to see. And me specifically, I enjoyed listening to him and, speak about, just being a part of the Reading basketball community. And I got to see it today, too, just from the crowd and everyone that's a part of this game. It was a real honor to see this.
Well, second time around, you kind of, know what's going on and everything like that. I think you can enjoy it a little bit more. I think, we're both blessed, that we have communities that embrace basketball. You, the Philadelphia Catholic League, my own self here with Reading High and Berks County and District 3, some high-quality basketball with people that really love the game. And it's so much fun. I think that, we're just totally blessed to have the opportunity to bring this to the fans. So I think that's going to do it for our broadcast here today. Bruce Badgley, for Dan Green, and the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Long. Listen, thank you so much for spending a little time with us, and we will see you on the flip side. So long, everybody.